Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today we're going to be working on some ephemera for the Bohemian Beauty Journal that I've been working on. And this journal is already spoken for. I am doing a giveaway, and I had a lovely subscriber request to receive the journal, and so it is going to go to her. Hopefully she'll contact me with her information so that I can go ahead and send it. So this is the Bohemian Journal. I'll be sure to do a flip through when we're completely done, but I just wanted to reference which journal I'm talking about here. So I've made some tabs in here just so that I can see I already looked at where I want some of these pieces to go, so I thought I would just mark them with a Post-it note and make it super easy. So the other thing is we do have some already pre-made ephemera that I've worked on offline or off camera, so we're gonna find a place for that stuff too. So this was a slow stitch, just a fabric piece, which is just a disaster on the back, but it's super fun. So you can see I've layered in different fabrics. I did some slow stitching, really messy stitching to sew on a lot of those bits of lace and stuff. So, and then this is a button, which I just think is awesome because it's shiny. And then this little heart button up here. So that's going to go as a fabric flip on a journal page. I don't know where that's going to go yet, but I'm just going to set that aside, and we'll do that at the end. This is also a hidden paper clip that I made off camera. Just says hope, and it's using some of the paper from the kit. I believe it's called Medieval Bohemian is the paper. So, and I just love this little cluster and how that turned out. So that's a hidden paper clip. And then I've got this that is a little, it's supposed to go like this, is a little snippet piece. And so I'll probably put that in. I don't know if we'll just do it as decor or if we'll try to make a little pocket out of it. We'll see. The journal is getting somewhat bulky, as you can see here. It's getting kind of fat. So I do need to be kind of conscientious because I have things like this in here. Like I have this thick button, and that's creating some problem on the piece or in the book. So I have to be thinking about that. So what I thought we'd do today is create some pockets, some tags, and I want to do a little fabric pocket. So I thought I would use the fabric underneath and then put this lace on top. So since I have that on top, we'll go ahead and do that first. And I'm using gonna make some tucks and pockets out of an old mailer, but I'll show you that when we get to that point. So just gonna set some of this stuff aside that I don't need. So this is already a nice, clean, straight piece of fabric. So I need it to be, the journal pages measure, I probably should figure out, let's see where I had wanted this so that I can make sure that I get the right page width. So the journal is 7 by 5, but I want to make sure that the page that I choose to put this on actually is the right size. So off camera, I added this little ribbon beadwork, which I just love. It's a little bit funky. Some of the things are weird. One of them fell off, but that's okay. So I want to measure this and just make sure that I have this the right width. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Goodness. So there we go. So it is just under 5. So I think I'm going to make the pocket. I think I'm going to make the pocket 4.5, just to be safe. So I'm going to go ahead and place my ruler here, and so I can mark my cut. So probably about right there. I'm just going to use my paper scissors because that's what I've got. I think I'm going to just tear it if I can. I'm probably tearing against the grain. Oh, perfect tear. Awesome. Okay. I love that. I love the frayed look. So I'm glad that we did that. This side is not as frayed. It looks like it's coming undone. So let's make it work. So there we go. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just attach this lace to make a pocket. I'm not going to have it go all the way to the bottom because I want to be able to see this fabric strip there as well. So let me go ahead and get some glue on the trying to think about the best way to do this. I think I'll put some glue across this more solid part and then come in with some other bits of glue on the other parts. So if that makes any sense. So I've got my Fabri-Tac here, and I'm just gonna again make a bead of glue going all the way across that center part of the. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My camera just, I have a webcam right up here, and it just, everything went black even though it was still playing. So hopefully I'll be able to piece all that together. I did have to stick this down while the glue was still wet though, as I was trying to figure out how to resolve that. That was very strange. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim this off, this end here. And whoops, wet glue sticking to my fingers. There we go. And then this end. That was so strange. My computer's been doing really weird stuff lately, like it'll just shut down, like not for, you know, an update or anything. It just shuts down. I don't know why. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, like I mentioned, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here too. Just, well, maybe, yeah, I do need to put it below because I want to, that's supposed to be a pocket. So let me just get a little bit of Fabri-Tac down here. Like so. And get that back over there. Get my paper towel. Just going to push that down. Perfect. So obviously we don't need to do it on the, well, I want the fabric itself to be the pocket, not the lace. So I am going to put more here. Sorry, I'm a little bit off. I've been in a weird space. I got my COVID vaccine, the first dose. Did not want to get it, but my job is mandating it, so I did go ahead and get the first dose, and so I got sick, and I have not been feeling well at all. So by the time you see this, I'm 3 weeks out, I think, on my videos, so it'll be completely irrelevant. Probably by the time this posts, I will be coming up on my second dose. So anyway, that is the pocket. So let's go ahead and get this over here and put this pocket in so we can see what it's going to look like. It's where I had it here. Oh, I took the thing off. Darn it. Let me see if there's a better place for it than here. I think this place is just fine. So again, we're just going to put it right here. And it's just going to be really simple pocket. And so I'm going to glue the 3 sides, which is, this is trickier on fabric. I've never made a completely fabric pocket, so this is interesting. I'm just going to get some glue around all those edges with my Fabri-Tac, like so. And then let's get her down. I'm going to get sticky because I got to grab it on the sides too. There we go. Just put that in there like so. Give it a good press around the edges. Just using my paper towel in case I have anything seep out. If you want to see any of the other videos for this journal, you can go to the playlist called Bohemian Beauty Journal, which I show you how I put the cover together and the signatures and binding and all of that stuff, as well as all the ephemera pieces that I've done on video. So I like that. Really simple. The journal's getting bulky, so I need to be thinking in more simpler terms here. So I'm going to set that aside. And so let's work on this this envelope pocket thing that I have. So I just took a couple mailing envelopes and I cut them down to size. So they were both, like this was a big envelope, like one of the long ones, and I just cut it down, cut it the width that I want, and then cut it here. So I've got this kind of flap. I did undo this. I unsealed it so that I can put some paper here because I don't like that, that white. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. I just cut some coffee dyed paper that I'll put there. And I just did that off camera just because it's easier to prep, costs you less time and all of that. So going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my glue stick because I think I'll do some sewing here because I think that would be look really cool. So, and I'm just going to cover over. I don't need that flap. I probably should have just cut it off, but it's not a big deal to leave it on either. So the envelopes are a little bit flimsy. So there we go. Let's just get this coffee dyed paper in here. And trying to use some recycled material just to be kind of kind to the environment here. I've got a whole bunch of them, so there we go. And I can trim all this up when we get a little bit further down. I don't need to do anything with the back because I'm going to glue this straight down to the page. So then I also cut a piece, and I'm not concerned about this flap, this flap on the underside because you're not going to see it. So we're going to go ahead and put this paper on, and again, I already have pre-cut that to fit the envelope piece, like so. So I did go get a rapid test, COVID test, because I felt sick like I had COVID, like the symptoms, and because I work for the school, if I have symptoms, I cannot go to work. And so I went ahead and got the rapid test this morning. So it came back negative, which is good. So there we go. So there is our front. So I am going to go ahead and sew around this really quick, and I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay. So here what I've done is I went ahead and just sewed around each of these sections. So I sewed around the front and then also the coffee dyed paper that I put on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and just go with that. And then let's go ahead and create the pocket on the front. So I went ahead and already, again, pre-cut the corner pocket here. I do want to ink this up really quick. And I may as well just ink everything that I have sitting here while I've got it open. Perfect. I don't need to do the back. I do want to do the inside of this. My gnarly sponge here that's just terrible. Leaves crumbs everywhere. There we go. So, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this little pocket up. Really simple. Just trying to really simplify on the remainder of this journal just because it's been a while and I want to get it to the person that I've chosen. And I want to minimize the bulk again. So I am going to go ahead and just glue this on. I'm not going to sew it. So I'm just going to turn this. I like to put my finger, my thumb on the side that I don't want to have glued. So I'm going to get my, my art glitter glue out here. Oh, that's a lot of glue. There we go. It'll be all right. I'm going to go ahead and just put that down here. And again, as I've mentioned before, I like to have it have a little bit of a border. It looks like I have to scoot it over though because I cut it too big. So I'm going to butt it up along these edges and just leave a little border on the bottom. I really like that border, but I miscalculated there. So, and then I like to get my metal ruler out and just kind of put it in here and make sure that I don't have any glue sticking where I don't want it. So there is our pocket. And then the next thing that we have is I have a tag. So this is one of the tags. Let me see the other paper I pulled out because I wanted to do a couple of different tags and I thought I would wait for you guys and do the other ones on camera. So we're gonna need a journaling card for in here. So I thought we would create one with some of this other paper. Let me see what I've got here. kind of want something that goes with that, but not really. So I should have pulled that paper out. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, I think I'd like to use this. This is one of the blue papers. I really love those colors. So let me go ahead and trim these edges off really quick, and then we'll move on. I should have definitely cut off all my edges, though. That would have been way more useful. I hope you guys are doing good. It's good to be back in some routines with school and work and obligations and such. I enjoyed being home for the summer, but I needed more purpose in my life. So glad to be back. There we go. So let's see how big we want it to be. So again, I'm going to do a journal. You know what? Actually, I think I want a tag because I think I want it to stick out just a little bit above the top of this. So I think I'm not going to need to cut it this way, height, but I do need to cut it down. So I think I'm going to cut it about right here. Go ahead and just get my thing in there. And then I do need to back this because it was not double printed. So yeah, I like that. And it's bringing in a lot of diversity of color here. So let me go ahead and get a piece of coffee dyed paper so that I can back that tag. Just happen to have some more over here to my right. And so I'm going to use my glue stick again, and we'll do some sewing on these two tags. I'll show you the other one here in a second that I did off camera just in preparation for this. So I like the coffee dyed paper on the back to write on, so you certainly don't have to do that. You could leave it white. I just don't tend to care for the white, at least not so far in any of the journals I've been working on. I don't like that pure white, even though if you saw my studio, it is completely white. All the furniture's white. All the accents are white. So white is one of my favorite colors because it's so clean and fresh. But for writing on in a journal like this, I don't care for that really, really white surface. Just trimming off this last edge here. Maybe. And then let's go ahead and cut our tag edges here. And I'm just going to use the little trick where you cut it off and then use that corner, turn it over, and then come over here and cut the same bit so that your corners match, like so. There, we've got a nice tag. And I'm not going to put anything on these right now. I might come back and do a little bit of embellishing. Not really sure because, again, this journal is getting very, very bulky, and I need to be kind of conscientious of that at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges, and then I'll pause and I'll go to the sewing machine again and sew around the sides here just to create some interest. This is the other tag I created just as, well, it's easy. You just cut a piece of paper, cut your corners, and that's it. But I did back it with the coffee dyed paper. So I'm just going to ink this one up and then go back to the sewing machine and sew around these. I didn't plan it out very well. Again, I've been pretty under the weather. So, okay, I will be right back, guys. Okay, these tags are sewn. Show you a close-up here, just doing my traditional straight stitch and then a zigzag just kind of here and there. So there's that one. I love what it does to the back with that that coffee dyed paper on the back. So let's go ahead and move on here. So we've got our little pocket here. We've got a double pocket. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and glue this side. And our bottom obviously is okay because it is attached, so we just need to glue this side. So get our glitter glue here. Just like so. Give it a good press. There we go. Now our pocket is closed. So we've got just a little tuck here. So I made the blue one for that space. So I'm just going to gently put it in here. I want to be gentle with it because I don't want to affect that glue. So that's going to go there. Let's put a topper on here. I just like a little bit of lace, so I'm going to do that. And then maybe I'm going to find a button because this is going to stick out. So I think I can get away with a button. So let me see where I set my buttons for this. Goodness, what did I do with them? For this Bohemian kind of, well, these are my vintage buttons, basically, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Mostly. I do have some colorful buttons just because I wanted them to be there as a kind of a grab and go. So I'm just going to see what I've got in here. I think a gold one would be pretty. Oops. There we go. So let's go ahead and glue this on with a little bit of Fabri-Tac. I like to just use fabric here. It's a quick way to create a little bit of interest on a tag as a topper. There we go. Paper towel. Okay, perfect. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this button on as well. So I'm just going to put it right on the fabric here. Might be a little easier. There we go. Just a simple little embellishment. Okay, so now let's go ahead and slide that in there. And I like that because I love things sticking up out of the top of the journal and out of the sides. So there we've got that, and then we've got this tag to go in here. And I think I'm going to leave this one plain and just put it in there, just pop it in there. So let's see where this is going to go. Can't remember if I already selected a spot. I don't think I did, because that's a belly band and then a journal and a journal card in this pocket. So I need to take that out, I guess, to make it. So let's see where a good place to put this would be. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that layered bit, but I'm not sure that that's the right place for it. So this would be lovely too. Except I think I kind of want it on this side. Some good contrasting colors. I think that's good. So I am not going to make an extra tuck or anything. I'm just going to put this on. So I'm going to glue it all the way down. I am going to pop that tag out just so I don't accidentally get glue on it. And then, you know what? I need to take a second look. I'm not sure if I'm sold on that spot, because I don't got so much bulk going on. I kind of want to spread the bulk out a little bit. It would actually be kind of cool back here because that tag matches that. I like that. Let's do that. It's okay to change our minds, right? It's all in good fun. Creativity and all that. So let me just put this down, make it easier on myself. I can't understand why this glue is so hard to get out. Taking the lid off. It's just can be so problematic. I don't know that I care for and the bottle's super hard to squeeze, so I think I want to get me some more Sugar Bell bottles, which I have, are the ones like I have here that have my Fabri-Tac in them. It's so much easier to work with. So we're just going to turn this over and place her right here. I'm going to kind of go to the farther to the right just to help with the bulk a little bit. I'm going to do that. And again, I did not create a pocket. That's just glued straight down on the surface. And then I think we're good to go ahead and tuck this into our little folder here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on the next thing, which is just a simple pocket. I just cut a pocket out of the paper from the kit. And again, this is Medieval Bohemian from Medieval Mirage. Lovely, lovely artwork and papers. So there we've got that. And then the other thing I did is I just cut a journal card. This is already printed on the back, so this is a coffee dyed printable. So I think I want to round the corners on this one just for kicks. So let me get my corner rounder here. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm trying to catch up on all my printing as far as getting all my digitals printed on both sides, because what I do is I back it with coffee dyed paper, and I'm adding a lot of bulk to journals, and it would be nice to not have that bulk, to already have a nice paper on the back of your pocket or tag or whatever you're working on. So I'm working on that. It's tedious and not very much fun though. So okay, so let's go ahead and get the journal back over here. Just some quick and easy little bits of embellishing. So this is a pocket, so I've got my little Post-it note pocket, and I'm going to put the pocket this way. And so let's just go ahead and do that. I'm not going to put it all the way to the seam there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my paper over, and I need to figure out this cap, because I can't have the glue just like an open flow like what I just did on the back of that envelope piece, because if you get too much glue, that's a problem. So maybe that's going to unclog it. Okay, thanks for your patience. There we go. So again, I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, and I'm going to try to space out top to bottom a little bit. I did use my a border punch down here on the bottom. That's just that. Oh, sorry, you can't see. That's that cool design. So there we go. And then we're just going to pop this journaling card in there and call that page done. I love the contrast there of the light to dark. So let's see what else we have. And then we had a belly band. So I just took a piece of scrap and I just cut it to the height that I want my the belly band to be, is the height of the journal. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink that up really quick. Belly bands are a great and easy way to decorate your journal. And I'm doing it this way. I'm leaving this as writing space. And I think I'm just going to take a piece of coffee dyed paper and create a little folded piece of paper to go under this belly band. Super, super easy. I won't do that today. Basically, I just take coffee dyed paper, I measure it to the width that I want the writing space to be, and then I do just a regular like letter fold or an accordion kind of fold, and just tuck it under that belly band. So just going to glue both ends here, like so, and put her in place. It's just exactly the right height. I measured that perfectly. There we go. And I like how it coordinates with that one. So when I'm ready, I'll just cut a piece of paper to go in here for a writing space. So now the last thing we're going to do is just place some other things in the journal that, as I mentioned, that I already have created. I did do a video on these snippet roll that I created this on. So, you know what I mean. There's a video. So let's just see where we want this. I kind of want that to be left as writing space, both of those pages. This can easily be written over. We'll see about that as I go through this one more time and see if there's anything else that we need to embellish. And let's see, I do have another one. Let me see if I've got something that's speaking to me more here today. I've got this one and this one. This might be more appropriate. It's a little fatter though. So let me just pull all these out and we can peruse them and decide which one. So I don't really want this one in there. I don't really want the purple today. This would be lovely because it's a little bit more low profile and would actually look really good there because these colors are going to tie in with that. So I think we'll put it right here. When I made these, this did just completely come unraveled, and so I just put some Fabri-Tac there, and now that's nice and solid. But I just love all the layers. Oh, love it. So we're going to go ahead and create a little pocket with this. So I can create a pretty low profile tag to go in there. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac and just glue the 3 sides. This side and then the bottom. And this side. Whoa. There we go. Put her down right here. I love that. Oh, I've got some ooze in here. Yikes. That's a lot of glue. To be careful that those pages don't stick together. See if it looks straight. Yeah, it looks straight. So that is that. And so I'll be able to come back later and create a little tag to go in there. I can't do everything on camera just because there's just so much and I have other projects that I'm trying to do and share. So we're going to be good with that. I do have this hidden paper clip that I thought would be fun. And I do have videos on how to make these hidden paper clips. So the paper clip is down under there, invisible. So let's see where we can put a paper clip. This is another one I did. I don't really care for this side for this journal, but it's what was on the back, and I thought, you know what, it doesn't hurt to have something that's a little bit different in the journal, so I'm going to go with that. And let's see. How about right here? And so again, probably what I'll do with this, well, not on this page because it's completely blank. So the owner can just slip this paper clip off and write on that space, or she can tuck something down under here if she wanted to. So I think we'll just stick that there. So now our last thing is just our little fabric page flip. Oh my goodness. So let's see where it can go. I'm thinking towards the back. So let's see, hopefully it's going to be okay. It's I did measure, but you know, I had a lot of rough edges and had to fuss with some things. So I don't think I want it clear back there though, because I feel like it's getting lost. So, and I want it on a page that can be written on. I don't want it on this one because it's not as wide. So I wonder how it would go there. Feels a little tight there. It doesn't have to go on this side. It can go on this side. So what do we think about right there? I think we'll do that because then we've got this nice writing space on both sides here. So this is just a completely beautiful writing area. So I think we'll go ahead and attach it here, and I'm just debating on how I want to attach it. I think I actually want to staple this because it's just, I just feel like it would be the better way to attach it. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this so that I can get at it a little bit better, and then I'll probably take a moment and just put something here to cover up those staples. And so I'm just lining this up as best I can, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get my stapler in there and staple 1, and And then I'll go to the other end and then come back and do the middle. Two and three. Perfect. Okay. I love this fabric flip though. Oh my gosh. It's just like it disguises your whole journaling space. Look at that. It's really ugly on the back though. I should have covered that with something, but it's okay. It is okay. And there we go. So let's find just a little piece of something. Well, you can't really see it, can ya? I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's kind of hidden a little bit by the stitching, and I might put something on that page at a later date. So there we go, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed. If you like the video, like what I'm creating, you can like and subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're so inclined. I'd love to see you back here. I'd love to also have you, hear you share what you're creating, what you really enjoy about junk journaling or handmade journaling, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm an addict for sure. So thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.